What's good with y'all? It's your boy Chris, and we're back on Spurs Spotlight with another banger.
Yeah, y'all gonna stop coming in my live talking about this Victor dude, bro. We hooping this year. Y'all gonna see.
All right, team, let's go. Let's get straight to it. No need to waste no more time. But today we're gonna be tuning into the Draymond Green show with Baron Davis. I don't know when Draymond Green got Baron Davis on the show, but hey, I guess they're partners now. So Draymond and Baron Davis talk about Wemby's early season struggles, specifically after the OKC loss when Wemby dropped a career low 6 points, and he's going to give us his take on it. Draymond's a seasoned vet, so, I guess he knows what he's talking about when it comes to the slumps and whatever and how to get out of them. So we're just going to have Draymond Green's perspective on it, because I'm not going to lie. I'm a little frustrated with Wemby. I've been a little frustrated with his play as of recent, but I know he's going to snap out of it. It's just a matter of when. So without wasting too much time, let's just get straight into it and see what Draymond has to say. As always, do I got to say it? Y'all leave it down below in the comments for me. I don't got to say it today.
Huge rivalry, but in their first match of the season, Wemby only has 6 points versus the Thunder. He's shooting 42% from the field.
Yeah, why he smiling like that whenever he's talking? Hold up.
Of the season, Wemby only has 6 points versus the Thunder. He's shooting 42% from the field and 22% from the three. Why do you think he is having such a tough start to the season?
Well, number one, when you come back from off that first summer, everybody been watching you. Defenses are prepared. It's not the first time everybody's seen you. There's game plans that's built to stop you. And so you have to adjust to that. And I think Wemby's just going through what most of us go through, where he has to make those adjustments. I think what he'll start to learn is, shooting 22% from three, is some of them he take is bad. Start picking and choosing his spots on when he takes some of those shots that he be taking.
I like what he said about teams watching you, and they have game plans for you now. As y'all have seen throughout the games, they've been putting wings on Victor Wembanyama and not too many bigs. I don't know what team has played a center on Wemby the whole game. They don't play him one-on-one either. But sometimes they'll just throw like a stocky wing, like a Dylan Brooks type. The McDaniels dude was on Wemby against Minnesota, and tonight they had Jeremy Grant on Victor Wembanyama. So that's kind of the trend we've been seeing recently. A bunch of guards, and I think Wemby just has to take advantage of that. Again, like Draymond said, he's shooting way too many threes. Some of those he has to filter out. I'd only like him shooting around 5 threes per game, and the rest of that I want to see you either in the mid-range or attack and get into the paint, because you're 7'5".
Yeah, you got the ultimate green light, but there's still a responsibility that comes with that on the type of shots that you're getting, which will ultimately help him get back to playing like the player that we know he can. It's 5 games in, nobody's pressing the panic button, but this is starting to grow into a rivalry with him and Chet, and to come out and have 6 points, lose the game by double digits. Yeah. That's disappointing. I think Chet finished with like 19 and 8 or something like that. So, Chet got the best of him this game. It's just one game. It's not the end of the world. But, Wemby's going to have to figure out what teams are doing differently to him than they've done last year and make those adjustments. And, with his skill level and his talent level, there's zero doubt.
That is facts. Draymond hit it right on the nail. Now, going back to the Chet stuff, he had 19. He's the third option. I'm not going to get into that again because I've said it before, but he's the third option. You can't. If anything, the rivalry is between Shea and Wemby. It's not Chet versus Wemby, just because they're both 7-footers or whatever. I don't like that. But Draymond is completely right. I think Wemby's going to get it. Just having to understand what they're doing against him post All-Star break, I think we're going to see a whole nother Wemby. It doesn't even have to be post All-Star break. It'll probably be in like 2 months. We're going to see a whole nother Wemby. He just has to play Giannis again. So I'm not worried, but I just like hearing what Draymond has to say. Let's see if he has to say anything else.
Right.
He will figure it out and make those adjustments. But, credit to Chet. He came out ready to go. And he took number 1 this year.
Yeah, Wemby also.
Chet. He came out ready to go. And he took number 1 this year.
He took number 1.
Yeah, Wemby also, like, sometimes you think it's sweet in the second half of the season because you're starting to find your way, you know what I mean, and like rhythm and flow. And then you coming into the next season thinking like, oh, it's going to be as sweet as it was last season. But to your point, people are prepared for you. right? There's a different level of intensity, right? And everybody is fighting for a spot and not like, oh, we don't care. We play San Antonio. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let us be cool. Like everybody laughing and joking towards the end of the season.
Nobody was laughing and joking towards the end of the season. Nobody was coming into San Antonio last season saying, this is San Antonio. If anything, they were trying to prove a point. Wemby got a lot of players' best shot last season, so I don't really think that's accurate. Nobody was lollygagging with Wemby last season, and they weren't just letting him score. But I do think Wemby kind of did think it was a little sweet that coming into this season, missing those preseason games. So we're going to have to see him get back to that. But everything Wemby did last season, he earned that, and they weren't giving it to him easy.
If you ain't really in the playoffs or not. But at the beginning of the
100%.
season, the intensity is high. So he got to figure out how to make adjustments in the game. Not his
Mm-hmm.
game, but like, can you get some tip ins? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get to the free throw line, right? Can you get on the offensive glass, get some putbacks? He gotta learn to have a better all around feel for the game, especially when everybody gonna be focused on him.
100%. And then is he a little tired? He played a full
Yeah,
EuroLeague season,
he was a
Yep.
little tired.
went straight into the NBA draft, training for the
Yep.
NBA draft, summer league, rookie season,
Yep.
Olympics,
You already know.
NBA season. You know what I'm saying? Now
That's
that's a
tough. And
part
he
of it, and
young,
that's the
yeah.
European model. He's young, and the Europeans they all play summer basketball pretty much every year.
Never
And
yeah.
so that's just what it's going to be. So not making excuses. Check got the better of them today.
He did.
But I expect Wemby to get it going. I think he will. But that's why you see a lot of guys go through that what we call a sophomore slump, because it's
Hmm.
just going to be a little different than it was for you that rookie year. So
Totally.
Yeah, that is facts. It is a little bit different. I basically agree with what they said. They hit it spot on. Like I said before, it's not if Wemby's going to get back into his groove. It's just a matter of when he is. So, y'all leave down below in y'all's predictions. When is Wemby going to get back on his feet? I think Wemby needs a little rest game. I'm not going to lie. I don't know when it'll be, but he definitely looks tired. He's been gassed. He's been playing a lot. So I think Spurs should definitely give him one game to sit out, a little rest game. And I think after he gets his rest, I think it's going to be looking pretty devious for him. And not to mention when Pop gets back, we need somebody to break down this film for him. CP3, somebody to show him, break down what's happening, and we need to adjust because they are coming different at Wemby this season with how they scout for him, sending 3 people at him, 2 people at him every time. And so, yeah. But let's go ahead and look at some Wemby stats compared to how he started off last season. So shout out Spurs Muse. Hold up. Who liked my stuff? Who should like my stuff? Anyone like? Nobody liked my stuff. Nah, I thought, whatever. Anyways, but as you can see, comparing last season to this season, 18 points per game, about the same. 8.5 to 9.8, he upped it by 1.5. He also has more blocks than he did last season, but where you could see the difference is in his free throw and in his 3-point percentage for both different reasons. This is really good, and this is really bad. He's been shot chucking a little too much, and if he's trying to get his rhythm, get his legs under him, I understand. But if he's shooting this many threes all the time and he's trying to play like KD because we know that was his idol, I don't like that. I think he does need to get a little bit more back to the basket. This game against Portland, he chucked up a little less threes, but then again, he was just less aggressive overall. So he needs to find that balance. I think he will. We're going to see a whole new Wemby at the second half of the season, or it might not even be second half of the season. Who knows? But his numbers aren't too far off from last season. So maybe he's a second half of the season type of player. We're just going to have to see. It's only his sophomore year. And I believe in Wemby. So you should too. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all make sure to leave y'all's comments down below. As always, leave a like, subscribe to Spurs Spotlight, get all your Spurs news here. Shout out y'all for all the support. Road to 1.1K. So until then, it's me, your boy Chris, and I'm out. Peace.